backside on a 10.6 Mickey Mouse. Like this was sprayed, blasting around me, and the closing of a VW bus-sized barrel. That was like back in 2018. Surfing's like, it's tougher to do when you get older, and you have kids and stuff. I love the kid more than I love surfing. That was honestly it. Bradford Bowes, San Diego, California. I ride a OneWheel 4208 XR, a 4212 Growler, a 4212 XR, and Lily sometimes lets me ride her Pint, which is a quart. My buddy from high school had put a post on Facebook, and he was selling a house. He was like rolling up in my OneWheel to sign the papers. He's a realtor in Florida, and he's got this kite surfing and all this stuff, crazy stuff. He's kind of like me, but I was this more surfable. And he's riding it. I'm like immediately like, I'm like, dude, what the hell is that? So I get the OneWheel, man. Get the one from Santa Cruz. Don't get the fake ones. And group riding and progressing really this year because of everybody else. Before, when they were posting stuff, I was in a group, and so I never went to them. It was like a couple guys were like, hey, want to go ride? And I was like, where? Like around Mission Beach or something? I'm like doing trails alone and hiking back out with the OneWheel in my bag for exercise. I might be one of those dads, you know, sits in the background, you know, like does race, but you know, the kid kind of wins. Not just transformation of watching a kid go from like, what, she was like 2-ish when I think I got that, or 3-ish. It's like bugging me to want to try it, and then like holding her hands back and forth for like such a long time. And then one day, like, she's seesawing back and forth, and I was like, hey, you know, try going straight for that thing. And how and all that, it would be like living in the moment. Like the hardest thing to do in a person's life is to actually realize when they're living in the moment and being mindful and just being in that moment. It's super hard to do. Somebody's put a good example. One time they were going to Las Vegas on a motorcycle, and wind came and it hit them from the side, and in that second they adjusted the bike, went back up, and zoomed, they were good. And they're like, wow, how did I do that? It was because, well, you were in the moment right when that happened. And on a OneWheel, just like riding a wave and surfing, it's a shorter experience in surfing, but in OneWheeling, even any kind of board sport, that longevity of holding that moment. And I think when we get into trouble is when we break from the moment. Being present. So I guess we could say that, you know, it was a present. There you go.